Okay, walk with me. Imagine you're in high school, you're fat, grew up fat your whole life, and which obviously is not inherently bad. I'm fat currently, been fat my whole life, but people have been bullying your whole life, treating you like shit. And your mama walk around thinking she's a model, so she pities you. She's like, ugh, imagine being my daughter looking like that, and I look like this. And you've been on Weight Watching programs since you was 8 years old. Now, you get punched in the face. Because of that, your jaw has to get wired shut for 3 to 6 months. Therefore, like you obviously can't eat solid foods or whatever. So you lose a bunch of weight. You lose 70 to 100 pounds. Next thing you know, you're skinny, you're pretty, you're looking good. You look granted, your face looks the exact same. The only thing that's changed is your body is smaller. And now, all of a sudden, the bitches that treated you like gutter trash dog shit are treating you like an actual fucking person. You got people calling you beautiful, people suddenly attracted to you. The only person that's staying the same is your best friend. And you're like, and it's so I want you to tell me, would that piss you off? Like, because it confirms, because you've been new, they treating you like shit because you was fat. But now the fact that you have the same personality, they're not treating you like shit confirms what you already like, what you already speculated. So I want you to keep this in mind as we go along this episode and tell me would you have reacted the way my girl reacted. Granted, I'm not gonna say she wasn't a little extreme. She was a little extreme. But I personally I would have wanted to take out all those bitches. And that's what she did. And I mad at her for it.
She didn't even take out everyone. Anyways,
She took out a lot of them. Anyway.
Welcome to episode 3, technically 4, Shade and Lemonade. We had some technical difficulties, and it seems like we're having more, but it'll be fine. We had some technical difficulties with episode 3. For some reason, the audio just completely shut out for Maya's audio, so we just had to cut it completely. But I'll try to make some bloopers out of it. And this is our second take, and we talked about it already, but I still want to bring it up. I think we're cursed by Tyler Perry.
So this is the thought process. Last episode was about Tyler Perry. We obviously talked hella shit about Tyler Perry because that's what he deserves. He's a piece of shit. And we made that known, right? And that's the only episode we've ever recorded that didn't work. Like, you just couldn't hear me for whatever fucking reason. And I just want to connect that to the fact that the Boondocks, there's only one episode in the Boondocks that is hard to find, that have been scrubbed from television. You have to find it on like a rare YouTube account or some shit if you for real want to watch it. And what episode is that? It's the Tyler Perry episode.
Tyler Perry.
Now, I'm not saying Tyler got shooters out there sitting on their computers all day just waiting to see when his name pop up. I'm also not saying he doesn't have that, because correlation don't equal causation. But come on now. It's weird that it happened once, but it happened twice. If I had 2 nickels.
But finish the quote.
No, but like, you should know.
I know what you mean.
The fact that I started it, you should know. Oh my God, anyways. If I had 2 nickels for every time shit went wrong because somebody was talking shit about Tyler Perry, I'd only have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
So, yeah, this is the 3rd episode. And if you couldn't tell from the intro that Maya did, because the show is bad, not a lot of people watched it.
It was actually the number 9th show in 2018 on all of Netflix. All year. But keep talking your shit. Go ahead.
We're going to be talking about.
Do you know how many shows are on Netflix? Okay, keep talking your shit.
There are a lot. Girl, we're going to be talking about Insatiable, and you can tell right off the bat, Maya's very, very, I don't know what the word is. Maya's very, very.
I'm pro Insatiable.
You're pro Insatiable, I guess. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry if I'm like low energy. Just sound really weird. I'm sick. And I also just got off work, so we'll make do.
That's gross.
But let's check in with each other. How are you doing this week? I know you had a lot of tests and shit.
I just slept for like 4-5 hours in the middle of it. Was great. I took my test. I did some, because I'm a student worker at my school, so I had to do a couple things. I came home, I laid in bed, I watched a couple episodes of Insatiable because basically Deshaun has spent however much time watching seasons 1 and 2 recently. I haven't watched it since it came out in, like, what did I say, 2018? But I wanted to get a little bit of a refresher. And I was cracking the fuck up. I was like, oh my God, Maya, you this I knew I liked it for a reason. It's just good. But so I watched a couple of those. I think I got to episode 3 before I was just exhausted and had to go to sleep. And so I took a nap. And then I just woke up like probably an hour ago. Yeah. So I'm chilling.
You're chilling.
What about you?
So my week has been not eventful. Just I've been sick, so that's great. You'll hear from the last episode, but I got sick on Friday, or like I started to feel it a little bit, and it literally went from. And I think I'm getting over it now, but it basically went on for a whole week, which I hate. I had to call out of work one of those days, but in calling out of work, I also got a bunch of shit done. So that
Did you use to deal with your car?
Yes. I didn't fix my car. Couldn't fix my car, but I got it. I got the registration done with. So now I can't actually fix the car. So we'll probably do that this weekend. We'll see. Oh, and also I'm getting my hair for the butterfly locks this weekend. So I'll be getting that done next Sunday, the 24th.
Ooh.
So now we'll see how I look. I'm scared. But I'm also excited because I need to get this hair off my head. Like this right here is. Well, I need to change this up because this is not okay. Like I hate this. I hate this so much.
Oh my god! So that's maybe you need to get into wigs.
Oh, that's. Imagine me walking into work with like a 19-inch bust down. One wavy. One wavy.
Oh, please.
No, they couldn't handle me.
Get into
Stop.
it.
Imagine me walking. That would be so funny. My coworkers would be gagged. But yeah, that's how my week has been going. I'm just scared for this hair thing, and I just really want to get my car fixed. Okay, so time to get into our segment. I wanted to do this instead of Tyler Perry because I needed to keep most of the stuff that I remember from Insatiable fresh in the mind, so I can read you. And before I say anything, I just want to say, if I don't come back very quickly, just remember I'm sick. So just be light with me, but I'll try to hit you when you try to hit me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, do you want to start, or do you want me to start? Since I was on the camera.
I feel like since you have the freshest memory, you should start, and also you're the fucker that hates it, so yes, you can start.
Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna do season by season, and then we're gonna talk about why I hate it and why she likes it so much. So we're gonna start off with season 1. It starts off. So it actually no. I'm gonna start off with the advertisement of the show because that's going to be one of my reasons why. But the advertisement of the show, I initially was ready to watch it because it looked good on the advertisements. It advertised Debbie Ryan, one of her first roles outside of playing Jessie. Debbie Ryan playing this girl who used to be fat and got skinny in 3 months after getting her jaw broken and being on an all liquid diet, getting revenge on all the people that wronged her when she was fat, or like that made fun of her, that bullied her, all this shit when she was fat in school, and like not getting revenge in the sense that like they would all live at the end, getting revenge like she was going to kill every single one of them. And I was ready for it. I was like, a revenge story based on somebody who's big back. Of course, I'm in it because I am big back myself. So why wouldn't I love this? And then we get into the first episode, and we're like, okay, this is just a setup. Like, we meet Patty. She's big. She has this friend who's a lesbian, but doesn't know she's a lesbian yet. And she's like basically a social outcast. And then she gets punched by this homeless man. He breaks her jaw. She goes on a liquid diet, and she becomes skinny. Cool. That's great. Everything after that completely goes off the rails. Nothing like
in the best way possible.
No, let's not say in the best way possible, because it was.
It
awful.
is in the best way possible. I don't remember that.
Terrible.
I literally don't remember how this show was advertised at all. But are you saying that didn't happen? Like, are you upset that she wasn't killing a bunch of high schoolers? Is that what you're saying? Like,
no, I'm not saying that. I was upset that she wasn't killing a bunch of high schoolers. I'm just saying that there was false advertisement, because it wasn't just high schoolers that was fucking with her. It was everybody in the goddamn town, just because she was big.
Okay,
like
so
there was no other reason. She was just big.
You're mad. I mean, that's the life of a fat person. You know, there's no reason other than I'm a fat bitch. That's why you're mad.
And then on top of that, it's like yes, low key, I wanted people to die. Like, yes, the revenge included her like killing people left and right. That's fine, and that did happen in the show. People died, but half of them didn't die because of her, or it was an accident, or somebody else killed them. Like, it was just, it completely went off the rails in the worst way possible in my eyes. And it all started off with false
critiques I've ever heard in my life. Like, what kind of critique is this?
What are you talking about? Like, I'm literally telling you, it was false.
You mad because people are dying, but she's not killing all of them. So how fucking dare? Like, do you hear
I'm
yourself?
mad because of the false advertisement. It advertised that it was a revenge story of a fat person that was going to kill everybody that bullied her and made her and did wrong to her, and she didn't do half of that shit.
I think something that is very pivotal to your view is that you don't like high school shit. I feel like that is very important, because whether they're in school or not, this is very much a high school show, and you are not their audience, and that is fine. But I just feel like that should be, everything you say needs to be looked at through the lens of, you were never going to like this show from jump because you don't like the genre it sits in. I think that's very important.
Think it's because of the high school thing. I really
you don't like the overall genre it sits in. Like, we came across this. We came across this with Heartstopper.
You're correct.
You were like,
but
I know. I'm
saying
it's that. No, but I'm saying that is part of it. Because even with Heartstopper, when we talked about it, you were like, I love it, but it's an 8 out of 10. And then when I go, and I'm like, oh, why is it an 8 out of 10? You couldn't give me like a fully formed reason. And I forgot what you said exactly. And then I was like, I think we should also take into account that this isn't your genre of television. You don't do the high school shit. And you said you said on camera, it's recorded. I don't know what the timestamp is, but you can go back and look.
I said you clocked
and you were like, yes, you did.
I said you clocked me. Correct. I said you clocked me for
that. So how don't you see that here? This is not your genre.
It's not.
I'm not saying you don't have valid critiques, but this is not your genre. It is.
It's not. It's not my genre, but there are some high school shows that I do like, and I can name 2 off the bat.
But what are they
already?
What are
Heartstopper and Glee. Heartstopper and Glee.
It's so interesting that you bring up Glee.
No, and we're not going to get. We're not going to. No.
Okay.
We're going to talk about it later. We're not doing that.
Anyways,
we still have to
continue your shitty synopsis.
Girl, okay. So, the main characters are introduced in season 1, and there's so many main characters, and there's so many different storylines. And I don't know, where should we start for the characters? Because I don't know if I should start on the Armstrongs. I don't know if I should start on Patty's family plus Nani. I don't know if I should start on the Barnards. I don't know, where should I start?
I love the Barnards. Okay, so this is where we'll start. Patty. So basically, it starts with my girl is going to court because the homeless man, who 9 times out of 10, if he's referred to in the first or second episode, he's called the homeless man. And when he comes into the frame, he's like, my name is John. What? So I was cracking the fuck up. But she has to go to court because he's suing her for punching him in the face because I think she broke his nose. And the lawyer that she gets a lawyer pro bono because her mama ain't got no money. And she meets Bob Armstrong. Bob Armstrong is obviously a lawyer, but he also is a pageant coach. But he hasn't been able to pageant coach in the past 3 to 6 months because the last girl he coached, her mom accused him of being a child diddler. He's not a child diddler. This needs to be known. This is a fact. He's not a child diddler. The mom only accused him of that because she was upset that her daughter lost because her daughter ain't got nothing but air in between her ears. And it showed on the pageant stage. And he said, your daughter ain't got nothing but air in between her ears. Don't let her try to say something smart. And you know what they said? They said, Dixie, what is your opinion on ISIS? And she goes, ISIS? Like Italian ISIS? I love them. Orange is my favorite flavor. And Bob's like, Jesus fucking Christ. I told her what to say. Bob told her what to say. And she goes off rails and they're like, oh, so this bitch is dumb. You're not winning. And so that happens. That is Dixie and her mom. I don't remember her mom's name, but they'll come into play.
Regina. It's Regina.
Regina. Oh, because they call her Regina and it pisses her off. But yeah. So we get Bob. And Bob's like, oh my God, Patty's beautiful as fuck. She is going to, in like a not creepy way, she is going to be my way back into the pageant circuit. And Bob has a wife. His wife her name's Coralie. She's played by
Coralie.
Alice. Oh, I know her name, but now I'm blanking. My good sis Phoebe from Charm. She's played by her. And that's another reason why I like this show. I loved seeing her in this role. It was such a good ass time. It was so different from what I saw her from Phoebe. I'm like, okay, girl, you got range. And I love that. But so she's married to Bob and they have a son named Brick who goes to high school with Patty. Brick is dating Magnolia, who won the pageant, and her dad is her coach, and her dad's name is Bob Barnard. And Bob Barnard and Bob Armstrong are enemies. Okay? Because Barnard he's like, just imagine the guy that always does everything right, gets everything, da da da. And Armstrong's like, I fucking hate you, Barnard. You always get everything you want, or whatever. And then we also have Patty's best friend, it's not even a secret that Patty's best friend is in love with her because everybody sees it but Patty, and her best friend is in denial that she's in love with Patty. But, excuse me, so there's that. And there's Patty's mom, who's a recovering alcoholic and a shitty mother. I think that's everybody. Those are all the main characters, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't consider them main characters, but eventually we meet Bob's the woman who brought him into the pageant scene. He wanted advice from her about coaching Patty, and we meet her. Her name is Stella Rose. She has a daughter. Her name is Roxy. Roxy is played by old girl that Nick Jonas was singing to about liking cheese on pizza. I like cheese, but only on pizza, please. Other times it tastes like a homemade quesadilla. Otherwise, it smells like feet to me, and I really like, moon shaped like a toenail, all that shit. The girl he was singing to, he knew her for 2 days, but he was fucking in love with her. Didn't even know her. Anyway, the girl he was singing to played Roxy.
I feel like her name was Roxy and came from.
I don't know her name. I'm gonna Google it, but let me nobody look it up, knew her name.
I'll look it up, but keep going.
But those are the main characters. We also meet Christian. He's important because he is eventually murdered. We meet Christian. He's the son of the pastor, and him and Patty eventually date. And it feels like they were going for a Heather's vibe with them. What was her name?
Dana. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I feel like they were trying to go for a Heather's vibe. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Heather's, but basically it's Winona Ryder, and she's dating this guy, and he's what?
Can we be 17? What? Sorry. I said, I like looking hot. Candy store.
What?
Do you not know the musical?
Fuck no.
The music. You don't know the musical Heathers, but you know the. Okay, no, keep
I
going.
don't
No, it's
watch
fine. It's fine.
musicals, bitch.
It's fine.
I've
It's fine.
unless we talk about Hairspray. We can talk about Hairspray. That's my shit.
No, it's fine.
Other than that, I don't know nothing. Yeah.
I'll just sit here. I'll
Well,
just sit here.
while you deal with that, I'm gonna continue. But in the Heathers movie, like the boyfriend's a murderer and the girlfriend, she's not a murderer, but like, okay, maybe it's not a Heathers vibe they was trying to go for at the end. Never mind. It didn't. It's not Heathers. No, because I think they were trying to like for Patty and Christian, it was supposed to be like two people who are just like ostracized, and Christian thought they was gonna go on murder sprees together and shit, and Patty was like, "Bitch, no."
Well, I guess you're right.
Heathers.
Yeah, that is right. That's exactly
okay. Yeah,
Heathers.
because in Heathers, the boyfriend was trying to kill everybody, and he thought his girlfriend would be in on it, but Winona Ryder was like, "Are you fucking insane?" Right. So yeah, I think it was giving the Heathers vibe. But
you basically went through like all the characters.
Yeah, that's all the characters. Ooh. And honestly, in season 1, like I should have watched the last episode. A lot of shit happens. The main thing that I remember happening in season 1 is Patty. Okay, so she's on her I want to get revenge on everybody. Like after she wins her case against the homeless man, it gives her this rush, and she's like, I want to take down everybody who was ever shitty to me, because the homeless man like called her fat and said she was eating a candy bar and he wanted it, and he was like, it's not like you needed, fatty, and like that pissed her off. She punched him. So Bob tries to channel all of that energy into her getting into the beauty pageants. He's like, if you show these bitches that you are the most beautiful motherfucker out there and you start winning pageants, you go be stepping on their necks. Like they go be looking stupid and you're gonna be winning. So she channels all of her energy into that, instead of, I guess, murdering all her classmates like Deshaun wanted her to, apparently.
And that premise right there is pussy. It's cunt. But that doesn't happen.
It is what happens.
No, it doesn't, Maya.
Are you talking about her murdering all her classmates?
No.
Or her
No.
Channeling her energy into pageantry.
Her channeling her energy into pageantry. 2, her murdering all of her classmates and getting back at them for calling her fat. Those 2 things don't happen. She does go into pageantry.
She does channel all her energy into pageantry.
Now, girl, don't lie.
Are you fucking insane right now? The whole show. No, okay, don't piss me off. I literally just watched the season finale of season 2.
Because you pissing me off.
Season 2. No, don't piss me off. Shut the fuck up. Season 2 ends with her winning Miss America. And she says throughout the entire episode, if I just get this crown, if I just get this crown, if I just get this crown. And that's what she said. That's her entire thing in season 1 and season 2. The reason why she doesn't start going all her revenge plot with everybody is because she's using the pageant as her revenge. Her getting up there, getting that crown, shows all these bitches that treated her like shit, like it was y'all that was the problem. It was never me. The pageant is literally used as a way to validate everything she has ever hated about herself.
But the thing is,
what are you talking about right now?
She is the problem.
Oh, she's definitely the problem. She turns into the problem. Her hatred and bitterness from what happened to her. She wasn't the problem when she was fat.
Well, fair. Yeah.
See, this is why I think.
I'll give you that.
See, this is why they say niggas like media literacy skills.
No, I don't like
saying that because it's a buzzword. Girl, shut up. You must be one of the niggas.
No, I'm not. Because I watched the show. I understand what happened in the motherfucking show. Granted, I was high for
you cut out
maybe.
When you do that.
Because I watched the show. I was high for a half to 75% of the fucking show. But I still watched the damn show. And I can still think critically and see that Patty is the problem in almost every single plot line. Almost. The other problem is Bob.
Well, yes, Patty's the problem because Patty fucking hates herself.
That's not only why. Because Patty is also... She's so stupid. She's so dumb.
Well, yeah, she's stupid. Like, see, this tracks all the way. One of Deshaun's this goes back to this nigga not liking high school shit. One of
Oh
the
my
things they sent me in a voice note was, "Oh my God, Brick is at." That's one of the main characters again. Bob's Magnolia's boyfriend. At one point, becomes Patty's boyfriend, Bob's son. Bob Armstrong. I'm sorry, Bob Armstrong's son. Deshaun's
God.
like, he's at a gas station buying booze. Oh my God, buying beer. They would never sell that to him. Oh my God. And there's a kid working at the gas station. Da, da, da. Granted, one of my friends worked at a gas station when we were in high school, but according to Deshaun, that's freaking impossible. And I'm
It's
just
not.
like,
It's
this
freaking
this
impossible.
is a perfect this is a perfect example of why this isn't your genre. This teenagers
No, what I
drinking,
said.
that is what you said. I'd play the
No,
voice
no,
note
no.
if I could
What
find it,
I
but I won't be
said.
able to.
What I said was it's a high schooler selling a high schooler booze. I don't care that
Okay,
he
and I
worked
want
at a
all
fucking
you
gas
high
station.
school show watchers to listen to what the fuck this motherfucker just said. Is this
It's a high
is
schooler
does
selling
this
it at his job.
okay?
He didn't take no ID, no nothing, and he knew that
He goes
girl. They know
exactly.
of each other. So
Yes.
why the you know what? They weren't even
Like
friends though. They aren't even
it
friends
doesn't.
though.
Brick is the popular guy. What are you gonna do? Say no, and then everybody ostracizes you at
Yes,
school? Do
yes.
you
I don't give
hear
a fuck.
yourself? But you do though, because you're in high school and it's about the social hierarchy. You do give a fuck.
You knew me. I wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Well, obviously you don't, but I'm talking about there are certain elements to a genre. And this is why I'm saying this is not your genre, because this is a very common thing that happens in high school shows.
Okay,
They get
so if we
fucking
look,
keggers. People, nope. People get keggers delivered to them at their fucking houses. They're 15-year-olds buying keggers from fucking Budweiser. Budweiser drives to their house, has this 15-year-old sign their name, and they give them 5 keggers or 5 kegs or whatever the hell.
okay,
Like, see,
so
this is
let's
why I'm
look
saying this.
outside.
Okay.
Let's look outside of high school for a 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look outside of all the high schoolers for a second, and look at all the adults. Because I have problems with
Okay,
the
we can look
adults
at the
too.
adults. Okay.
Let's start off with Patty's mama. Patty's mama should be in jail.
Yeah, she's a fucking horrible person. She's a horrible mother. She's a horrible.
She's a horrible mother. She should be in jail for at the very least, child neglect. Like,
yeah, and the show never says she's great.
No, the show never says she's great, but it also never shows her getting repercussions for her fucking actions, other than that one time in season 2. But we'll get to that.
Okay, I could see that. I could see what you're saying, but also for you to be the motherfucker to be like glee, 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 glee. That just feels hypocritical.
I also say I say I like Glee. I never said Glee was a good show.
You said what?
I said I like Glee. I never said Glee was a good show.
And the thing about Glee is it's so bad that it's good. Do you disagree with that?
I disagree with that.
How do you disagree with that? Everyone agrees with that. It's fucking awful. And that's part of why everyone fucking loves it. It's fucking awful. And that's part of why it's loved so much. You can't look
away from it. And you know what?
It is a loved show in the same way that Twilight is fucking dog shit. But people love it. It's when something is so bad, it turns around to making you obsessed with it and you love it, while actively acknowledging it is a hot ass piece of shit.
I don't think this show acknowledges that it's a hot ass piece of shit, though. It wants us to take it serious.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
This is one of the most self-aware shows I've ever seen in my life. Every time someone does something stupid, somebody else is like, "Are you dumb as fuck?"
Nani is the only reason most of the time.
Even every time Patty does something stupid, Bob goes, "Are you fucking stupid?" Every time Bob does something stupid, Coralie goes, "Are you fucking stupid?" Every single time.
So the mom is a terrible person. Now Coralie. I actually like Coralie's character more.
Fucking love her.
Like that one thing that she did with Patty. Okay, bitch, like try again. But I also don't like Patty, so whatever. But Coralie is a good character until season 2. And then we
In
get
season 2, when she becomes an entrepreneur, you hate women entrepreneurs?
no, I don't hate women
Sounds
entrepreneurs.
like
I'm
you do.
glad that she was a woman. No, I'm glad that she was a woman entrepreneur. I'm just sad that her storyline became about the two Bobs, basically,
So it
and
wasn't
Tam
about
Pazzle.
Tampazo.
It
So
was
you
the two Bobs and Tam Pazzle.
you love that she's a woman entrepreneur, but you're upset that her storyline became about either her husband. Because
Not her
okay,
husband.
before actually let's rewind. We got to explain this. Okay, so
Let's not
Bob,
explain it yet.
you just brought it up. What you mean not explain it?
Okay. So Coralie is a good character in season 1, and then we get to the Bobs. The Bobs in season 1 were fine, the first half. And then this show takes the craziest turn I have ever seen the show take.
It was fucking insane, and I loved every second of it.
It was
I
the
was
craziest
screaming.
thing.
Oh my
It
god!
was the craziest thing I have ever seen in my whole entire life. Now, if you haven't seen the show, Bob Armstrong is a flamboyant, plays a flamboyant, quote unquote, straight man for the first half of season 1, right? And everybody and their mama thinks this man is gay until they see his whole family. And they're like, oh, his dad even thinks he's gay. His dad is this fudge packer, constantly is talking down to him. And Bob Barnard is a fine. I will say, Bob is fine. Bob Barnard is fine as hell.
Barnard.
Bob Bulge and Bicep Barnard is fine as hell. And he is I guess the straight one for half of the season. And he has the perfect family until he confesses his love. Bob Barnard confesses his love.
You have to set
Bob
the scene.
Armstrong.
You're not setting the scene.
Go ahead.
Okay,
set the scene. Go ahead.
This is what happens. They're at it's not Weenie Hut Juniors. It's the what is it? The Wiener Taco.
Wiener Taco.
They're at the Wiener Taco. It's what it sounds like. They put hot dogs in taco shells. And there's some chaos happening outside. And so Bob Armstrong and Bob Barnard both end up in the bathroom for reasons I don't remember. And they're arguing. And at some point in their argument, they get physical. I don't know if they start fighting or what. But Bob Barnard accidentally knocks off Bob Armstrong's toupee. And they tell you it's a toupee in episode 1, but I forgot about that shit. So when it came off, I was like, "Oh my god, that is toupee!" So he's standing there, half bald as fuck, and he's like, and then Armstrong goes, Armstrong goes, "Why are you always fucking doing this to me? Did I say Barnard?" He's like, "It's because I love you, Bob." Like, what the fuck?
No,
and so
I remember
Barnard
watching
goes
this.
In. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say I remember watching this for the first time, and back in high school because that's when I first started watching it. That's when I decided it was an awful show. I remember watching this for the first time, and I heard that, and I said, "Huh?" And I literally rewind because I didn't. I was like, "You're joking." He just said, "Because I love you."
His little southern accent. I love it. I love it so much. So I keep mixing up the names. Barnard tells Armstrong, "It's because I love you, Bob." And Armstrong is like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?" And so Barnard tries to kiss Armstrong. And then Armstrong is like, "Why are you always fucking with me?" And then Barnard's like, "No, Bob, really, I love you." And I think Armstrong, they may or may not kiss again, I don't know, but I think Armstrong runs away after that. And then in the next episode, because at this point they work in the same law firm, because Bob's dad hired Bob Barnard to be his be one of the lawyers in there. It was a whole thing. And so Barnard comes into Armstrong's office and he's like, Bob, now that my feelings are out, I want to tell the word, I love you, Bob. And then the other Bob was like, can you please put that shit back in? Like, can you stop this? And he's trying to kiss on him, and he's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I want to be with you. And so and then and then it leads into my boy, my guy, Bob Armstrong realizing I am a bisexual man. And I love that. And I think it was beautiful. And apparently, I don't know, Deshaun hate bisexual men or something shit. I don't know. And
Okay, first off,
uh,
I hate all gay people equally.
okay,
I hate
I can
all.
respect that.
I hate.
Respect that.
I hate all LGBTQIA plus people equally.
As the G, I'm not the G. You're the G. I don't even have a letter in there apparently, but it's fine. I'm in the plus.
You're the plus. You're the
I'm
plus.
the plus.
You're the other. But
I check a box under sexuality. Other.
I think right here is when the show took a turn for me. This is like, okay, the first half, it's crazy, but it's tame. And then when it gets to here, it goes off the rails. Like I barely understand half the shit that happens after this, in terms of the Bob's storyline. Because after this, oh my god, they get together, right?
They do. But he's still they're both still with their wives.
At this point, they're both still with their wives, so they're cheating on their wives.
They are. But Barnard is gay. Armstrong is bi. So yes, Barnard is like, I want to leave my wife. I want to come out. I want to be open. I want to be out and open and in love with you. And Armstrong's like, I love my wife. What the hell are you talking about?
Right. I love both of you. I love my wife and I want to keep her. And throughout this whole entire time, I'm like, how did he expect to do this? And Bob Barnard is the exact same way. He's like, I don't know how this man expects to do this, but you know what? I'm just going to keep riding in his delusion, and we're going to ride it into the sunset, apparently. And the sunset's name is Patty Bladell because at a party, Patty gets mad because she catches both of them macking on each other.
Oh, pause. Important. Patty is in love with Bob because Bob,
at this point, Patty wasn't in love with Bob.
Oh, she wasn't? Oh, okay. Never mind.
No.
Well, yes, she is in love with him. Not at that point, but at some point in the show, she is in love with him because she thinks he is the only person that has seen that she has worth in her.
Yeah, at the beginning, Patty is in love with Bob. I think at this point she's dating Brick.
Really?
Trying to get back. I think she's like either dating him or trying to get back together with him. Yes, she's trying to get back together with him. But they're at Patty's birthday party, and Patty catches the two Bobs macking on each other. And then she goes downstairs to make a huge announcement, and she outs both of the Bobs in front of everyone. So now their relationship is out in the open, and Bob Barnard immediately gets a divorce. We never see his wife again.
Never again.
We never see that. We never
queen.
See that gorgeous black woman again, and it hurts.
She moved to like Connecticut or some shit.
Or some shit. She was gone. So she was waiting. Her plane ticket was bought.
If I found out, not only is granted she wasn't in the show a lot anyway because they often had her like, oh, she's a doctor, she's away performing surgery,
right?
But if a teenager told the world that my husband not only was a closeted gay man, but he was a closeted gay man having closeted gay sexual relations with our neighbor, I too would leave my small ass town and never come back.
And rightfully so. As a surgeon, hell yeah. Yes. I have no money to sustain myself, bitch. I'm leaving.
I will pack up.
Yeah. She left, but Coralie is still in the show. And then Coralie, I honestly forgot what Coralie does, like in between this and then. Anyways, Coralie goes through like this whole we're getting a divorce thing and everything because obviously you cheated on me. Like I can't. And we just talked about like we just had this whole conversation about being in a faithful relationship, and then you cheated on me again.
Because
So
he
yeah,
cheated
fuck
on
you.
her in the past, 20 years prior with Stella
Stella
Rose,
Rose.
the woman who brought him into pageantry. Which this is key, but we'll get to that.
Right. So that just hurts her in a way, and she wants to get a divorce, but he doesn't. He's still like, no, I want to stay with you. And then she's like, what about Bob? And Bob is like, what about me? And he's like, no, I want to stay with Bob. And he's having this like bi panic where he wants to stay with his wife of how many years?
20 plus.
20 plus years. And his side piece that he just fell in love with like a few weeks ago.
I don't think the show, granted, I don't think it was like a couple, like 6 months or nothing like that. But I don't think the show does a good job of timeline because they were together for, I would probably guess a month or two, the two Bobs. Maybe I'm wrong. But yes, they were in love. And it was actually, when you get the comedy part out of it, it's actually really sad because his
Um,
whole life, people have been
um,
trying to, no, it's sad because one of the things I love about Bob Armstrong is that niggas try to put him into a box so bad, so fucking bad. You one of the niggas that try to put my man's into a box, but he's like, that's not who I am. Like I am a straight for majority of his life, or up until this point, he's like, I'm a straight man that just likes fucking pageants. I like coordinating. I like color coordinating. I like decorating for parties. Like he's like but I like women. Like come on, like why are you playing with me? Like him and Cora Lee, those two are. If I've ever seen motherfuckers in sync, it's those two. Like they loved each other down. They were in fucking sync. Granted, he cheated on her 20 years ago, which was fucking awful. But they were in sync like a motherfucker. And then here comes Bob, essentially unlocking a part of himself that he's just like pretty much never even thought about, if I remember correctly. And now he's like, holy shit, I I do love you. It's you can almost think about it like a little enemies to lovers thing. Like, oh my god, I do love you too. Like I'm 100% into you. So and now it's like he genuinely loves both of them. He doesn't want to hurt anyone, and obviously it's a shitty situation. And if this was real life, and I was Corley's friend, I'd be like, fuck Bob, take half his money and leave. Because why the fuck would he do that to you? But it's I don't know. It is like as funny as it is, and it's also just sad to me because it's not like he was lying to her. Well, outside of the cheating, like he was lying when he was cheating. But like he wasn't lying to her about who he was. That's who he knew himself to be. And then Barnard goes and fucking tongues him, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And now his life is just turning on its axis, and he's trying so hard to like separate the two because he's like, I think he actually talks about like trying to keep them separate because he loves both of them, but he can't pick because he's like, I
yes.
just love both of you. And
Yeah.
then the thing that Deshaun that blew both of our minds truly is they have a threesome. That scene culminates in them all making out, and they have themselves a little threesome.
Oh my god. So I when I got to the part, I was like, wait, is this polycule happening? Like it shocked me because I didn't think I got this far in the show when I first watched it, but apparently I got farther than I thought. Um, and I thought that part was just a dream, but no, the threesome actually happens. And I remember it so vividly because I remember making jokes to myself. I was like, I truly honestly don't think Corley is mad that Armstrong cheated on her. I think she's just mad that Armstrong got to fuck Bob Barnard before she did,
I think it's
and it was
both.
true
It's both.
because in the hotel, well, no, in the house, she was like, I think I realized that I'm jealous, and then Bob was like, yeah, I know, and she was like, no, you don't understand. I'm jealous of something else, and then started macking on Barnard,
Yes.
and
Because yes.
And then that's when like the threesome happened. And at first I was like, oh, period. You know what? Like Bob did end up getting both of them. It did end up being fine. And then that actually doesn't happen, which pissed me the fuck.
I don't know why you thought that what Barnard is a gay man. I don't know why you thought
It
that would
pissed
work
me
out.
off. It pissed me off to the highest order when them two bitches told Bob to choose. Are you kidding me?
Because Cora Lee, I think wasn't, correct me if I'm wrong, Armstrong and Cora Lee thought they were gonna be a throuple, and then Barnard was
Yes.
like, no,
Yes.
like
No. I
the
just
sex
want
was
Bob. Like I
fun,
don't want you. Yeah.
yes, but I'm in love with Bob. And actually, again, it's so sad because for a second, Bob Armstrong
He
thought I
felt
have everything. Like, he literally thought it could never work, and then it did. And then the rug was ripped from under my man's. Like, I don't remember. I don't think he chooses. This is when he goes to
no.
So one of the
We're
one of the
getting into season 2, so we might as well just
yeah
go into season 2.
one of the things that for Bob, okay, so Bob feels like Patty is his destiny, and Patty feels like Bob is her destiny, and we know this from season 1, episode 1, because Patty feels like Bob came into her life at a time where, nobody was fucking with her, and he was the only person. They both say to each other, "You are the only person who believes in me right now," because he had the pedo allegations. Everybody treated her like shit. Everybody except Noni, but their dynamic is a whole other thing we can get into. And so in season 1, episode 1, it ends with Bob is about to pew himself in the car. And then Patty calls and he's like, she's my destiny. And now this season ends with Bob. I mean, not this season. Yeah. Bob is about to pew himself because he can't choose between Bob and Cora Lee. Now, Patty does stop him again, but we have to rewind a little bit because essentially Patty and Christian, they're in a little relationship. There's even there's a whole episode dedicated. Christian convinces Patty that she is possessed by the twin that she consumed in the womb.
We don't even have to get into this episode. It was
They perform an exorcism. It's so fucking funny. I was cracking up. It's hilarious. And this is the problem. Deshaun just sit and vibe, twin. Like, why can't you just fucking vibe? Anyways, they perform exorcism. But so I don't remember why Patty and Christian started having problems. I think she realized he was fucking insane. So
she realized that shit.
Yes. And so Patty's biggest rival, I guess you could say, in the pageants is Magnolia, Bob Backdoor Barnard. And I say Bob Backdoor Barnard because Bob Armstrong, he just can't say Bob Barnard. He goes, Bob Bulging Biceps Barnard, Bob Bukkake Barnard. Like, he just has to. And, like, it's these jokes that, like, people are like, oh my God, that's a gay man. And it's like, but he's not. Shut the fuck up. He's bi. But anyways, so Magnolia is her biggest rival because Magnolia is always winning. And so Christian, to get back in Patty's good graces, because, he's convinced that they're meant to be together because they exercised her weird twin, her consumed twin together. So he kidnaps Magnolia and he brings her to Patty and he's like, Patty, let's do it. And she's like, do what? What the fuck are you doing? Why do you have Magnolia in your trunk? He's like, let's kill her. Then, you'll win. And Patty's like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? And so he gives her a crowbar. And I don't know, I guess she hits him over the head. He falls. He's not dead or anything. He just falls. And she's like, Magnolia, run. And Magnolia runs. And I actually really do love the scene. And he says, I forgot what he says to Patty. He probably says something along the lines of, you're just like me, or you're just as fucked up as me, or some shit like that. Yeah. She starts beating the shit out of him with that crowbar, screaming, I'm a good person.
He says, you're not a good person, you're just as evil as me. She goes, I'm a good person. Starts beating the fuck out of him.
She beat the shit out of him. Magnolia ran away. She was in the bushes. And Patty's just going to town on this man, screaming, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. And I feel like that scene, yes. that scene right there, it shows you everything that is wrong with her. Like, this girl, one, doesn't know who she is, two, doesn't like who she's trying to present herself as, and it's just culminating into, and it's just showing up in all these different ways. And that's partially why she's trying to be this perfect pageant princess. But according to Deshaun, there's nothing. Apparently, this show has no depth. I don't know, but
No, it doesn't have any
so
fucking depth.
that's what I said. That's what I said. You believe? Calm down. It's on record. You believe that? It's not true, but you believe that. But so she calls Bob, and this is at the same moment he's in his car about to pew himself, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is." She calls him like, "Bob, you have to come. I killed Christian," and he comes and he's like, "What the fuck did you do?" You know, and then they like hide the body or some shit, but that's another moment where Bob is like, she is my destiny. Da, 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 da. And then that's how season 1 ends. And we go into season 2.
In season 2, I think it's worse than season 1, but only because they had so many plot lines, even more than season 1. They had so many plot lines, and they ended up resolving most of them, which I like. But it was still too many to keep up. Like, I feel like we should start with Bob because his is pretty, I would say, the tamer plot line out of everyone.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to start? So,
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch season 2. So, well, I did, but that was like 10 years ago.
Fair. So I would call this like the fall of Bob Armstrong because in season 2 he ends up losing Coralie and Bob Barr because he couldn't make a decision. And not only could he not make a decision, Bob Barnard was dealing with the missing of Magnolia was missing, so he was dealing with that. And Bob Armstrong was like not helping him in any way, shape, or form, but Coralie was. So Bob Barnard and Coralie become best friends and just leave Bob Armstrong to like wither in dust. And Bob ends up going. I'm just full force.
You gotta rephrase.
Into Patty's pageant career, and only focuses on her basically forgetting about the 2 kids that he has. Technically, he has 2. He doesn't.
Pause. When I was watching the first 3 episodes, they show his daughter in a Christmas photo. But do they?
Really?
She wasn't even at the yes. She wasn't even at the ass cancer gala. She like never.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't show up. She's never. Her daughter.
He has a daughter from episode 1, but you see her one time in a Christmas photo, and then you never.
That's it.
And she's younger than their son, who's in high school, so you should be seeing.
He forgets about Brick. Just goes.
Oh my God! I forget about Brick too. Shit.
Into his pageant career, into Patty's pageant career, and while he's also doing that, he's also trying to find love, I guess. And it only shows it like one time, him going on a date, and the only reason I bring this up is because I thought this was funny as fuck. Actually, he went on the date, and he met he was trying to get into like a polyamorous relationship type, so he could have the best of both worlds. And he found like this normal quote unquote couple. I was like, oh my God, I can really get into it. And they go back to their place and like they're kissing and they're like getting into it. And then the woman asked, what's your safe word? He said, what? And she pulls out a fucking whip, turns on the light, and it's a full dominatrix fantasy basement. And he bolts out that bitch.
Oh my king, no.
And that's the last we hear of his like dating or like love life. There's nothing else. He does have a rekindling with his dad closer towards the end of the season, but that's basically like the entirety of Bob's storyline. And then at the very end of the season, he gets accused of murder.
You skipped Him and her mama.
Oh my god, I chose to forget about that. I chose to forget about that fire. I chose because why the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, I don't.
So
That I was watching. I wonder. I don't know how they did that, but
also in between there, Patty Bodell's mom and Bob Armstrong get together. It's
and
so
it's
hard
interesting.
to keep. It's so hard to talk about the show and like keep track of all these storylines because so much shit happens in 2 seasons with 12
Because
episodes.
at its core, and another thing, I personally think people, when they watch something, they don't watch it for what it is. It's like when you'll hear the critics talk about fucking Marvel movie, and you're like, y'all are looking. That's not. And you read the critique, and you're like, did you know you were going into a superhero movie? Like, it's not to say that superhero movies can't have substance, because I feel like the superhero content we're getting is really great right now. We got The Boys, we got Invincible. Some of the Marvel projects over the past however many years be eaten, some of them don't. And then I personally feel like the DCEU has a good couple shows they be eaten sometimes. Like, it's just like, and some of the Marvel shows, like, there's good superhero content, you know. And but there are people that don't like superheroes watching superhero movies and then critiquing them, saying this is the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. It has this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, yeah, of course it has that. It's a superhero movie. So I feel like a lot of people, and because you're over here, you're like, oh, so much is going on. And not to say that that's a bad critique. I can totally understand if too much is going on. You're like, it's just too chaotic. But the core of the show, I feel like, is chaos. Like, nothing makes sense. Everything is stupid. All of this culminates into the craziest fucking shit. Like, it's just chaos for the sake of chaos. And that's why I like it. That's part of why I like it. And why I say the show doesn't take itself seriously. Because outside of Bob and Patty's connection, relationship, whatever you want to call it, um, Nani being a lesbian slash in love with Patty, and Patty wanting her like revenge slash like going for pageantry. Nothing in this show is consistent. Like, it doesn't last. They don't commit to anything for more than like 2 episodes, if even 2 episodes. And like absolutely nothing. We have relationships start in episode 8, end at the end of episode 9. Like, they don't
So
commit to anything. Storylines wrap up and
which
they start
is
something
so
else.
fucking
And I love that. I love it. Granted, it made me sad. It makes me sad because I'm like, I wanted the Bobs together so bad. Like, that was such a beautiful time in my life watching the Bobs. Beautiful time. But like, that's why I love the show. They're just like, we don't commit to anything. That's our bit. We don't commit. That's our bit. We are committing to the bit of not committing. But that is partially why I love it. It's just chaotic as fuck. I don't even know what we were talking.
exactly. That's how the show is. We were talking about the downfall of Bob.
Oh yes. Oh, because
I
you were
don't.
talking about like he got with the mama.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into Coralie and the other Bob to be honest, because their storylines are kind of just Bob Barnard is running for mayor, and Coralie is running Tampazzle, which is tampons with what is it like
Isn't it like a
the
glittery pull thing? So you
yeah,
don't
it's like
lose the tampon?
yeah, like bedazzled glittery pull
I'm
part
gonna
of
Google
the
it.
tampon.
Tampazzle.
So is it Tampazzle or is it Tampoozle? Because Regina came
Oh,
up
it's
with
probably
Tampoozle.
Tampoozle with her southern
It's
ass.
I
I
think
love this whole show is a bunch of southern accents. I love it
I
so.
love the I will say I love the silver accents.
I love it. Okay, okay. So it's a tampon, right? But it has like a regular tampon, but it has this long ass tassel at the end that's like pink and glittery and all that stuff. So you can you so you don't lose your tampon up there. Because granted, I think this is a terrible idea because I feel like having that can't be possibly good for your cooter. However, it would be harder because you've assuming you've never used a tampon before. It has a little string, and the little string often disappears. Like, it just I I don't I'll be digging for it. I'll be honest with you. I don't use tampons a lot. But when I do, sometimes I gotta look for that string. Granted, it doesn't take long or anything, but I gotta look for it. But if you have like a little thing just flop, if you have like a little tassel at the end, you're not gonna
You
lose
can look down. You can look down to see a little red thing dangling out your pussy, and then you can just pull.
exactly. Like
Perfect.
my girl was a genius. She was an
She was a trendsetter.
entrepreneur. Like somebody, the show, her storyline, it doesn't even wrap up because it got canceled, and obviously they were
Yeah, it
hoping
got
for a
canceled.
season 3, but it was very devastating for
Oh,
me. But
it
what
wasn't. Yeah.
is some company reaches out to her and they're like, we want this product, and she was talking to Barnard, and she's like, they said that they want to do a thing where like for every box of Tampoozles that get bought, no, I think it's past, I don't know, for every box of Tampoozles that get bought, they donate feminine hygiene products to whatever, just whoever the hell. And they wanted to they wanted her to move to some other state or whatever the fuck to get it kicking, but she's pregnant and she doesn't know which Bob is the daddy because she's pregnant from the threesome. She doesn't know which Bob is the daddy. And she ends the show with calling Barnard, and she's like, Barnard, call me when you get this. I know who the father is.
Oh yeah, we never find out.
We never find out because bitches like you got it canceled, but it's okay.
What do you mean, bitches like me? I didn't
I'll
finish
heal
watching
one
it.
day. Exactly.
I didn't finish watching it.
And you don't think Netflix takes that shit into account?
No,
How many of
Netflix
you
doesn't take
fuckers
that shit.
turned? How many of you fuckers
No,
turned
it
my
doesn't.
good, that beautiful show on, and you didn't finish it? Granted, a lot of people
You,
must have, because like I said, it was the number 9 most watched show in 2018.
it's ass
But why was it number 9?
because people watch bad shit.
See, look at you. You just refuse to accept that Insatiable, the world just wasn't ready for it. Insatiable
It's
could have
not that
ran
the
for a
world.
good 4 seasons. Like season
Insatiable could.
3, it could have ran
Insatiable
for,
could have ran for a pilot, and that's it.
she could have ran for a good 4 seasons.
I wish pilots existed again.
Pilots do exist.
Yeah, pilots do exist, but I'm talking about like if it was on a broadcast television network, that shit wouldn't have lasted. The
It
pilot, it would have been done.
I don't know. I can't think of a network where that show would fit. The only thing that possibly could have ran that probably would have been old MTV.
Sure.
Possibly ABC Family, but I don't think that would be ABC Family. Old MTV is probably the only one that could have
Old
gotten away with
MTV.
that.
Honestly, it probably would have been in the realm of like awkward and faking.
Yeah, faking it. Yep.
It would have aired. It would have aired.
It would have aired. Yeah, and honestly,
and it would have aired around that time. We would have
it
ate that
would
shit
have,
up.
because I still do. Hell, I'm
We love
trying to
awkward.
wonder if it would have lasted, because awkward. Oh God, that was a time. Shut up.
We're gonna have to talk about awkward because oh my god,
Oh my God.
we could go off about Jenna. Anyways, sorry,
She
wrong
was
bad
dumb
main
as fuck,
character.
but yes.
The wrong bad main character.
Oh, she was fucking awful.
So season 2 is mostly, I would like to say it's mostly Patty Liddell focused because she's trying to win. Is it Miss America? Some shit
Yes,
like that.
it is Miss America. Not you saying some shit like that. I hope the pageant girls eat your ass up.
You know for a fact, no pageant girls is some good shit.
You never know.
Win,
people are multifaceted.
she's trying to win Miss America, and she's going to these other pageants to like qualify for Miss America. And in every other pageant, for some reason, there's a murder. Like,
yeah, bitches are dropping like flies.
Bodies are stacking up behind Patty, and she isn't even the one doing the murder. Everyone thinks she is.
I was gonna say,
because she's always
behind Patty.
Everyone thinks she is because she's the runner-up in most of these competitions, and every single time a bitch dies, she ends up being the winner.
Yeah, she has never won a pageant. By the time you get to season 2, episode 10, Patty has
She's
never
never
won a
actually,
pageant. It's always
but
been by
somehow she's.
default.
It's always been by default because somebody dies. In the first
Like,
pageant she's in, Roxy wins and Roxy dies. In the second pageant she's in, she literally gets like what, fourth, fifth place, and 5 girls die all at once, being blown up on a float. Blown
yeah,
up on a fucking float, and then she
yeah,
qualifies for Miss America.
he does, my girl. Yay.
And then when she finally gets to Miss America, we figure out who's been killing these girls, and it ends up being Regina because she's on the run from the police, and she wants to. She's on the run. She's on the run from the police again, and we're not going to go back because I don't
No,
feel
we
like
have to back up. It's real quick.
No,
Regina is a white woman. Her daughter Dixie is an Asian girl. I'm pretty sure Dixie thought Regina was her biological mother. It was
no. Are you sure? I thought they.
I feel like
She
she
was
did.
adopted. No, I
Oh,
don't think she.
maybe. I don't
I
know.
think they knew she was
Maybe I'm
adopted.
not giving her enough grace because I said all she got is air between her ears. But we find out that Dixie was abducted when she was a kid. Like Regina, Miss Regina, she was at a mall and she just saw this like 4 or 5-year-old Asian girl sitting in a stroller, and she goes over there
And
and
she
she's like,
snatched her.
Kidnapping a child is not funny. She takes this kid. It's crazy. Like, because at the end of, I forgot about that, but like I said, I watched season 2 finale, and she's talking to her biological mother, and she's like, "Oh, so this is the mall where I got snatched." And then the mother's like, "Yeah," and how like it's the biggest mistake of her life, and she wished she had never left her. Because what? Yeah, why the fuck would you walk away from your baby like that? But so she's like, "I'm gonna go get some napkins or some shit." She walks
Oh
away.
my god,
And
stop.
fucking Regina shows up, and Dixie's like, "Mom!" And Regina, and at this point, Dixie is in a wheelchair. And Regina is like, "Oh, I was hoping you'd say that." And so she takes Dixie, like, she pushes her out of the mall, and her mom loses her again. Like, her biological
There's
mother
it's
loses her in the exact same way.
it literally shows a parallel. They're sitting at the same table and everything of Dixie getting pushed off.
Regina's got the same sadistic smile.
And again,
I'm
we
like,
never
oh,
find
this
out
bitch
what
is
happens with
crazy.
that because the show's canceled.
Oh, what'd you say?
We never find out what happens with that because the show gets
No,
fucking
we never find out. But so kind of going back to how we got what you were saying, we find out that yes, she's the murderer, but she still hates Bob because I'm assuming it's because of the pageant stuff from season 1. Is that why?
It was because of the patent stuff and also because Bob rejected her because she actually was.
Oh, yeah. One thing about Bob Armstrong, the ladies want
He
him.
pulls.
They love
He
him.
pulls.
They throwing themselves at him. He is dodging cat left and right.
He
And
pulls all genders.
like, for real. And I love that for him. He's dodging cat and peen. And I'm like, it is, and I love it because y'all want to put my man into a box so bad, but you can't. You can't do it. But yes, so she hates him for that. So she has been murdering all these pageant girls, and she's keeping like souvenirs, evidence, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And she puts all of it in like Bob's house / his hotel room.
No, his house. It was in his house.
Yeah, no, she put. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, she put all the evidence in Bob's house, and then Patty killed Stella Rose because Stella Rose, another
Oh my
woman
god.
that this who Bob cheated on his wife with all these years ago, she came back to him like, "I want to be with you, Bob," and Bob was like, "Fuck that." So in response to that, because again, they throw themselves at Bob left and right. In response to that, she kidnaps Patty. And so Patty, in defense or whatever the fuck, thought she killed her, but turns out she didn't kill her. And so girl Stella Rose comes back to kill Patty, and her and Patty fighting, and Patty fucking kills her now. And so she stuffs her in a suitcase, and she ends up bringing this suitcase with her to the Miss America pageant because she just didn't handle her time right. Didn't have time to get rid of the body, and she was just stressed about it, so she kept it with her. And for some fucking
That is
reason,
stupid.
yes, I ain't gonna disagree with that. My girl dumb as fuck. For some reason, Regina is in Patty's dressing room and she opens the suitcase. She finds Stella Rose's body and she puts Stella Rose's body in Bob's hotel room. And she calls the and she was like, Bob. She kills another girl at the Miss America pageant. And she's like, Bob, I didn't know you were like me. It was you before it was you, let's be honest. With Joe and that girl that was also a serial killer. But she's like, Bob, I didn't know you were like me. We really belong together. But it's I called the police on you already and I framed you. And he's like, you're the fucking murderer? And she's like, no, babe, keep up. It's you. She ate with that line. Like,
No,
Bob
she
was
did.
like,
She did. She was like,
didn't
no,
even know
keep
what to
up.
say.
It's you.
She's like, are you dumb? Did you not hear my whole explanation?
And his stupid ass, he deserved to get caught
Oh,
because his stupid ass runs after her and she's screaming, oh my god, no, stop, Bob, with an axe, a bloody axe that she just used to kill somebody.
Grant, in his defense, she shoved the axe into his hands so his prints will be on it. So he just has it in his hands. Granted, could he have dropped it? Yes.
Yes.
He should have. But my man's was in shock.
I feel like that still wouldn't have helped. It still
it definitely would have. But it wouldn't have looked as bad as it did.
He goes to jail for mass murder. I'm pretty sure he's on death row. And Patty wins Miss America. And the show ends with her going in to his interrogation, a private interrogation, in full volume with guards around and everything.
There were no guards. It was private. And she literally says they're not listening. This is the perk. I guess these are some privileges that come with being Miss America. See, I hate bitches like you try to rewrite shit to make it fit your narrative. Continue. Oh, you quiet? Is this because you sick?
No, I can't. Anyways, so she goes into this interrogation with the computer and says that she's gonna get Regina back by killing her. And Bob, we should have gone back towards. Jesus, we keep backtracking because there's so many things. Bob the mom, Nani. And,
yes.
Yeah.
Magnolia.
Bob the mom, Nani, and Magnolia. They all find out that Patty is the one that killed Christian. And not only did she kill Christian, throughout the show she has also killed and or indirectly killed multiple other people.
She got 6 bodies by the end.
I counted 10.
Well, she told Bob that it was 6. That scene was actually really stressful because she comes into her room, into her dressing room, and the suitcase is open and Stella Rose's body isn't in there. So she starts panicking, hyperventilating. And she's like, Bob, I need to talk to you alone. And her mom's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm here to support you. She's like, Mom, please. She's like, no, I'm not leaving. What are you talking about? And then she goes and then she like halfway confesses. And then Bob's like, what are you talking about? And then she goes, Stella Rose. She was in there and now she's not. And I don't know what to do. He's like, what the fuck? And her mom's like, who's Stella Rose? And then she basically admits, she admits to killing Stella Rose. And then her mom and Bob's like, what the fuck? And her mom's like, what the fuck? And her mom's like, you did it again? And Bob's like, again? And like, it comes out that Patty killed like some drug dealers, her mom's ex-boyfriend. And then obviously Bob knew that she killed Christian. But while she's confessing all of this, Nani walks in because Nani's dad is a police officer. So she had herself trying to be a cop. And she figured out that, yes, heavy on ACAB. Fuck all you bitches. Why you got so much money? You don't need it. Anyways. Trigger happy motherfuckers. So anyways. Nani figures out that Patty killed Christian. And so she comes in and then it gets revealed that Patty killed Christian. And then like Magnolia comes in. She's like, Patty, I just remembered everything because remember she killed Christian. Magnolia saw it because Christian abducted her, and Noni's like, you know, she killed Christian, and Patty and no, what's her name? Fuck. Magnolia's like, yeah, I know. How you know? And so, and then Patty's talking to her mom, and she's like, how many people have you killed? And Patty's like, 6.
She's like, just nonchalantly 6. Which,
and it is an interesting scene because she starts panicking, and she's like crying, and she's like, and I think her mom, it's either mom or Nani, goes, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, because of the way you're looking at me right now, like, please, like, tell me that I'm still this, you see me as the same person, like, tell me I'm still your best friend, tell me I'm still your daughter. And everyone's just like fucking like freaking out because they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And after this, they get back on the stage, they let her, you know, stay for whatever fucking reason. And that's when she wins Miss America. And partially why she wins Miss America is she goes on this entire speech. It's honestly, it's like the Barbie speech that America Ferrera gave.
I actually love her speech, and I love that Magnolia was on her side for it because she saved her.
Mm-hmm.
And I wholeheartedly thought Magnolia was going to remember and then out her.
Yeah. I don't remember how I felt when I first watched it, but upon my rewatch, I was like, my first thought wouldn't be she's gonna out me. Cause like the way like Magnolia wasn't horrified in the way everybody else was. She was just like, Patty, I remember. Like she wasn't upset or nothing. And then she's like,
no, I'm just talking about in general. Like throughout the whole entire season, I'm thinking, oh, once Magnolia thinks it all, she's gonna say something.
Oh, yeah. But her speech was kind of just like, no one, like, she was basically saying like, to be a woman today, no one actually wants to know who you are. They don't want to know your flaws. They just want to see this facade. And she's like, I'm not a fucking lady. Because it's like, no, because the question is like, what's it mean to be a modern lady in today's society? And she was basically saying like, no one wants to let you be a person. But it's like, this is true, but also it's not true for you necessarily, because the problem is you're a psychotic murderer and everyone in your life is just finding this out and they're rightfully horrified. And then Magnolia comes out, like Deshawn says, defends her, and she goes, to be a woman is to be Patty Bladell because she saved me when no one else would. She protected me, and I think she's so brave, whatever the fuck. And so she wins. And then we get into Bob being arrested, and she goes to talk to Bob. And Bob realizes in that moment that Patty is not only an actual serial killer, like she's not accidentally killing these people, she's doing it because she likes it. Like she literally, because the whole season she struggles with her hunger, like the whole wanting to binge eat. She does binge eat a couple times actually. She struggles with that and like trying to keep herself from, I guess you could say, regressing. I don't really like that word, but like trying to keep herself from going back to eating too much. But like when she gets overwhelmed, like a lot of the times her solution is to turn to food and to just eat. And she said that she realized that killing people feels better than eating ever could. I'm like, ugh, yes, you fucking psycho. And Bob is just horrified. He's like, oh my God. And the show does this like flashback to every time she killed someone, and you see her smile just a little bit. Yeah. And it's just enough to where it's like, in the moment, since they weren't focusing on it, it's understandable that you missed it because like so much is going on. But you see, like, holy shit, is she actually enjoying this? And so it just hits everybody in that moment that not only she's a psychotic serial killer, and she's like, oh, don't worry, Bob, I'm gonna get Regina, and then I'm gonna get her to confess, and I'm gonna kill her and get you out of here. And Bob is like, I'm going to stop you. And yeah, that's how the show ends.
And that's how the show ends, and we just have to infer that she kills Regina.
Yeah, I would assume that like season 3 would have been her going on that journey, while also they're probably gonna bring they probably would have brought Bob Barnard to be Armstrong's attorney. Like they probably would have not rekindled, but like made up. I would have loved it if they fell in love again. I don't think they would have.
They would have.
I'd be all for it though. And the whole time she's looking for Regina. And Nani's probably. Oh, by the way, Nani. I don't know if we said this. Nani has been in love with Petty her whole life.
We said it
And
multiple
it's.
times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was painfully obvious. It was so fucking obvious. So Nani's probably spending the season trying to like find evidence that Patty is guilty for Christian, and but like she's probably going back and forth with herself about that. And then I assume she kills Regina, and I would assume season 4 it probably ends with her killing Regina and Bob getting out of prison. And I would assume season 4 is when Bob finally takes her down, and everybody realizes like she's a fucking psycho. And
you're going into 4 seasons?
I feel like this show needs 4 seasons.
It barely needed 1.
Well, you don't like it because you're stupid. I feel like this show needed 4 seasons. I could totally see them wrapping everything up in season 3, but I feel like you wouldn't do justice to the storylines if you wrapped it all up in season 3. But at the same time,
I thought they were going to wrap it up in. I was pissed because I truly thought that they were going to wrap it up in season 2 because I didn't know that it got canceled before it got renewed for a 3rd season.
This is how I know niggas don't listen to me when I talk, because I literally said that to you. I literally told you how the final scene was. I told you it was canceled. I told you it pissed me off. Like, I've told you.
And I feel like every single time that you talked about Insatiable, I chose not to listen because I told myself I wouldn't watch this shit. And then we decided to start a podcast. And I was like, I have to watch it because it's all the fucking best.
It's okay. I knew you wasn't listening when I was speaking anyway. No one ever does.
Not when you talk about Insatiable like you do.
I mean, you don't listen in general.
Ride or die hill that Insatiable is so fucking good.
It was fucking hilarious. It was good. It was good.
So I was gonna go on a list of why I hated the show, but I feel I'm gonna say a few things that I liked about it before I say what I hated about it.
Okay.
I feel like in some instances the depiction, like we brought up how Patty had an eating disorder and she would like binge eat constantly. I feel like those scenes were done well.
I would agree.
Those scenes were done very well and they hit on an emotional level. So I like those scenes. I thought some parts were funny, like the whole Bob love triangle thing. I cackled throughout the whole entire time because that was one of the things that obviously like they were not taken seriously. And then my favorite characters are Regina and Dixie. Dixie specifically.
She's stupid. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Get it out.
Dixie was so fucking dumb, but in the best way possible. She could never be Britney, but that just makes her better because she was dumber than Britney from Glee. She was on like a different level.
I think they're the same.
No.
They are definitely the same.
They are not the same.
They are. They're not the same
Dixie
level was fucking idiots.
You're not even that far into Glee, so once you get further into Glee, talk to me.
So she gets smarter?
Because they're not. Huh?
She gets smarter?
Figure it out when you watch the show, girl.
So no, she doesn't get smarter.
Figure it out when you watch the show. It's just
she doesn't get smarter. They're equally dumb. They're equally nothing but air in between the ears.
Yes, Brittany has air in between her ears, but I feel like there's just a little bit of something there. Like
there's a tiny walnut.
Nothing. There's a tiny walnut that's splitting the air streams. You know?
There's nothing there.
There's definitely something there. But Dixie was Ditzy, and I live.
Oh, Ditzy is fun.
She was cunt personified. And honestly, I liked her better when she was in the wheelchair.
Oh, she faked being in a wheelchair, by the way, guys. Granted, I think in the end she might have actually been in a wheelchair.
No, she actually became paraplegic.
Yeah, at the end. But like there was a stint where she was pretending and Patty found out. She was like, "You're pretending for sympathy. You're just trying to make me look bad," because they were fighting on top of the wiener taco truck. Patty pushed her off.
Yeah.
She fell, injury, and so she's in the wheelchair. And then at one point they're on the pageant stage, and Patty throws her out of her chair, and we find
she
out
fakes like she can't walk. No. She fakes like
Wait,
she
she
can't
does?
walk.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
she fakes like she can't walk, and then Patty's like, "Oh my god, I pushed the actual like handicapped girl out of the wheelchair." And then lo and behold, during like a fundraising party for her to get a new wheelchair, which was just a ploy for her to get money.
Yes.
I forgot what happened, but she ends up standing up during the party.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, girl, you can walk. She's like, oh my god, it's a miracle. I can walk. Thank God.
Voice too.
Also, the southern accents and the southern like jokes. I lived.
So, they're fucking amazing.
They were so fucking funny. So in some like there are some parts of Insatiable that I did like. When I was high, I would be capping those parts. But I already talked about the false advertisement and like how the advertisement was just wrong in every way shape. I don't know what the fuck they thought they were gonna do. Maybe they like switched gears towards the end of the advertisements and were like, actually, we're gonna make this into a comedy instead of a drama, because it was definitely advertised as a drama. And I was disappointed by that. Not only that,
I can't comment on that because I don't remember it, so I give you that.
The characters are not fleshed out, and there's no character development. So, especially for Pat, she gets no character development in any way, shape, or form. Don't say she does.
I'm not. No one gets character development, and that I'm fine with that. But I understand how that could be upsetting. So I'm gonna give you that. But I think Patty and Bob are a lot more fleshed out than you give them credit for being. Like, I'm not saying that they're fucking Zuko level of complicated. You know what I was thinking about the other day? How Toph is the only member of Atla with a last name. But anyways, like, shouldn't Zuko have a last name?
He was bastardized, so technically.
Yeah, but like, shouldn't their family have a last name? Do we know it?
I feel like they all have. Hold up. Just keep going with you.
Yes. I think those two characters are a lot more fleshed out than you give them credit for. And I would even say Coralie, when you get into her backstory, she gets a little more, like, when I say the word complex, I'm just meaning like they're not this like 2D.
Oh my god, you're right.
They don't have a last name?
No. Toph is the only one that has a last name.
Yeah, it bothers. Like, I could see Aang and Sokka and Katara. I see that. I could even see Suki, but like Toph makes sense. She's rich, but also so is Zuko. Like, he should have a last name. Azula should have a last name. Like, Iroh should have a last name. But anyways, I'm like, when I say they're complex, I just mean they're not just like one thing. They get a little bit more complex or whatever. But I'm also not saying that they're the most complex characters of all time. Like, they're not my good sis Regina from Once Upon a Time. You don't get that reference because you didn't watch it. Amazing show. Anyways, nope. I think so. Yeah, I would say Bob, Patty, Coralie. Yeah, I don't think you give them enough credit for how they are multifaceted, and I don't think you give them credit for that. Everybody else, like, Nani's just gay. Sorry, that's just the truth. The mom is just a bad mom. There's absolutely nothing to Brick. Magnolia, I feel like she didn't have as much as like the three people I mentioned, but I think she had more than everybody else. Like, she's not as one-dimensional as everyone else, but I could still put her.
I'll give you that.
Yes.
Magnolia was kind of good.
Who else we got? Like Regina and I was about to say Ditsy. I was about to say Regina and Ditsy. Regina and Dixie, flat characters. Like, all of those definitely flat characters, but the other characters, I don't think you give them enough credit for that, because there is something there. Like, there's like you even mentioned Patty's eating disorder. Like there are things there. You just didn't like them. Because what's the difference
Okay.
between Bob struggling with his bisexuality and Nick struggling with his bisexuality?
Heartstopper does it well.
And what does Insatiable do wrong?
They put him in. What do you mean? What does Insatiable do wrong with his?
Like, what do they do wrong with Bob's bisexuality? Like his journey.
It's not the fact that I. It's not the fact that I don't like the journey of his bisexuality. It's not about the journey of his bisexuality. It's the way that they like out him, or the way that they introduce him as bisexual. Shitty. No, it's the way that they introduce him as bisexual. Like, he at this point is married with children, and somehow he's trying to find a way to cheat on his wife again, but also stay with this man that he's hated for years. Like, in no way, shape, or form did I think that Bob liked Bob Barnard like at all. Like, okay, you can make kind of an excuse for Barnard a little bit, but Armstrong, he genuinely hated that man. He literally genuinely hated that man, and there was no instance where I thought before I even knew that they were going to be together, there was no instance where I thought they might end up together. That was just something that they threw in there for shock value only. They threw his bisexuality in there for shock value only. What?
Can I ask you a question? Was there a point before Mickey and Ian became Mickey and Ian you thought they was going to be together?
No. But that works.
Oh, I'm just saying. You're saying that, not to say they didn't throw it in. Like, I'm not saying, I don't think they took most of these storylines. I think they took the eating disorder more seriously than anything else. But I don't think their main objective here, I think, was to have a fun time, was to have a good time, crack jokes. So it was granted. I don't think the bisexuality. I think it was planned from jump. No. Like, what do you mean it wasn't planned? It's in the first season. It doesn't just come out of nowhere after fans react to it. It was planned.
No, it doesn't. I don't mean it wasn't planned from the first season, because obviously they aired the whole entire first season at the same time. So obviously they recorded it all at the same time. But while they're recording, they can also make changes to the goddamn script. So I think they just threw that shit in there.
I don't think they did, because when you know that Bob Armstrong finds Bob Barnard attractive. We know that. Do you disagree with that?
I don't disagree.
Okay, so we know that. Granted, I think
he's objectively attractive.
Yes. And it pisses Bob off. It pisses Bob off how attractive he is, actually. Yeah. But I think what they went for was, and this could be another example of this is just something you're not a fan of. But I think what they went for was almost like a bullies to lovers subsection of enemies to lovers. Like, it's like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. There's a moment of sexual tension, and then it's holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Like, I like you, I love you, whatever, whichever one you want to do. And I think that's what they went for. And if you don't think they executed it properly, that's perfectly fine. Like, there wasn't like moments between I hate you and sexual tension moment of like, oh, they're starting to see each other as a different person, or like, it was straight I hate you from jump. You know, like, there wasn't
and then to completely throw that away at the end and just make them enemies again, it just didn't make any sense to make them lovers to begin with. You could have just kept them as fucking enemies.
It was just a good time again. But like I said, so I understand you not liking these things. I think my whole point is just Insatiable is not the first one to do these things. Like, they're using actual plot devices, plot points that, you know, we use every day or whatever the fuck. Now, if you don't think they do them well, that's perfectly fine. But they're using them in the same way that other people are. And I think that's why I'm saying I feel like there are things that you don't like in general, and this show did those things, and you're like, yeah, I don't like it. Granted, I'm not saying you should like the show. I fucking love the show, but that doesn't mean you have to love the show. But I think the show is doing things that I've already liked. So, does that make sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
Yes, but I do see your
I was
point.
just
If this is,
I was just predisposed to hate the show.
yes, like you were never gonna like it. You were never gonna like it.
Okay,
and that's fine. What was I? There, I'm sure there are shows I never would have liked. Fucking, I don't know.
You've gone into why you love this show so
much. Yeah. Do you have any other like? I don't like it.
No, I've kind of said everything I want to say. We have to get to the shade session because we started to talk.
Before we get to that, I do want to say a couple more reasons why I like it. Okay.
Sorry. I also have to get my overall rating, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do that?
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, okay. So one thing, I don't know if I wasn't deep into the internet or anything with the show when it aired, but the show got a lot of backlash because of body image and like how people, I don't know if it was people that watched the show or people, I don't know if it was pre-season 1 or after season 1. I don't know if people were like, I don't like how it looks like you're going to portray fat people, or was it like, I don't like how you are portraying fat people? Because one thing I thought was funny as fuck is Patty, when it comes, her arms and her legs are fine. It's just that she has a huge gut.
Oh, yeah.
When she got a little bit of a fat face. And it's like, that is so funny. Like, y'all just can't commit to shit. Y'all are fucking awful. Because, like, yes, she's not, like, not to say she's not fat, because she is. She has that big-ass gut. But it's like, her arms, like, it's Debbie Ryan's arms. It's Debbie Ryan's legs. I'm like, and I'm supposed to take y'all seriously? Like, that was fucking funny. But, like, at one point, it never bothered me how they handled her weight or like her talking about her weight, because I'm gonna be completely honest with you, there were some times when I was younger where I was like, what if I just went on what if my jaw broke and I was on an all liquid diet? What would happen? So I ain't mad at Patty. I ain't mad at the liquid diet. Granted, is that possible? Probably not.
No.
To the extent like how quickly it happened for her, probably not. And if somebody was watching that, and they were young and impressionable and they went and broke their jaw so they could have the same results, I'd feel terrible. But it's definitely not possible. But at no point, like the show, at one point Bob says skinny is magic. And what's her name? I was gonna say Magnolia. Patty is like, and later in the show she goes, skinny is magic. And I forgot some shit happens to her. And then she goes, skinny's not fucking magic. Like at no point do I think, like, I'm not saying this is the epitome of like portraying fat people. There are definitely some problems. Like, I don't fuck with fat suits. Why the fuck is anybody in a fat suit? But so I feel like they go back and forth with like her being skinny now does not fix her. Because the problem wasn't that she was fat. The problem, one, was how people treated her and how she treated herself. And those things are both still a fucking problem. So that's something that I really like. It's not like, in my opinion, I don't think the show was like, ew, fat bitch. It was more like, ew, how the rest of y'all treating her because she just happens to be fat. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like they keep that. Because again, I don't think Patty ever fully likes who she is until she accepts that she likes killing people. And I think that's part of it. So I don't know. I don't really know how to phrase it, but like, I really like how they handle that. Because like you said, she still has her eating disorder. She still struggles with eating because and granted, this isn't the story for every fat person in the world, but some people genuinely do just have an unhealthy relationship with food and with eating. I personally think I have an unhealthy relationship with food and eating, and that's not going to go away because you lose all this weight. Honestly, it might be even harder to not go back to that now that you've lost all the weight, So not to say that the show was starting conversations or anything, because they definitely weren't doing that. But I just like that. I felt like to a certain extent, they took this seriously in a show that didn't take nothing seriously. But also there's a lot, not to say they took it like I don't want it to sound like I feel like this is the epitome of representation or like how to discuss this topic. But you even said that you feel like they took her eating disorder seriously. So like to an extent I feel like they took this more seriously than they took. Go ahead.
All the things in the show, they took that more seriously.
Yes.
Like anything that had to do with her eating disorder, they took that more seriously. Mostly because I feel like they were forced to, but at the same time, I feel like they did it in a decent way. Like
you feel like say that last part again?
I feel like they did it in a decent way.
Yes, that's what I mean. You just said it better than me. I will say I don't know. This is supposedly one of the things the person who wrote this show, whatever. This is based off her life, like her journey as like I guess a fat teen or something, and then losing weight. So I don't know. So because you said, oh, I think they just did it because they were forced to. I don't know if that's actually true because one of her like defense and people saying you're horribly portraying fat people, she was like, this was literally the life I lived. Please leave me alone. But granted, I haven't looked too deeply into that, so I don't know how true that is. But so okay. Wrap all this up to say it felt more genuine than that felt like to be like the most genuine part of everything.
My overall rating for Insatiable is a 5 out of 10.
I accept that. I give it an 8. I give it a 9. I give it a 9.
You're bad shit if you give it a 9.
No, like it's a 9. It's fucking hilarious. I love the characters.
You're bad shit.
I laugh. I cackle. It's a 9. Next.
I would give Glee a 6.
Damn.
And I love it. Exactly.
Damn.
So for you to give that a 9, that's you saying that it's an amazing show, like storyline top tier.
I love it. I'm having the time of my life watching that show. At no point did I hate it. I was just having the time of my fucking life.
Doesn't mean it's a good show.
To me, though. To me, this is about me. Okay. Anyways,
I'll let you have that.
I mean, what you gonna do about it? You gonna fight me? The fuck? Anyways,
no, I'm not gonna fight you for your
anyways. Do y'all hear me saying anyways? This nigga don't hear me say anyways. Anyways, this week's shade session. So technically, this is last week's shade session. But let's be honest, this is gonna be going on for the next however many fucking years. Honestly, I think America's never gonna recover from this. But
I hope it only
did see air between the ears, bitches. Elected fucking Donald, apparently middle name J Trump. He gonna be in the White House, fucking Elon Musk, and I blame all of you fuckers. I blame all of you. Because what do you mean Elon Musk is the head of some government, whatever the fuck? It's Elon.
Oh my god, we can get into that now. So last week he hadn't even like put people into like places of power yet, or like had named people. Now we can start getting into it because he's named Elon Musk and a fucking a Fox News
host,
a Fox News anchor, as two positions of power in the government. Two people that have no business being a part of the government. And there's more. Hold up, let me go through his whole list.
One of the people he nominated is a child diddler.
The guy
not even nominated, gave it's Fort Wayne. I don't know where the hell he's from.
No, Florida.
Oh, I don't know. I just know he got a child diddler case on him. He like trafficked this teenager child. But the party that's against child diddlers is now got child diddlers leading the party. Granted, Trump's a child diddler, probably. I don't know.
I'm trying to find it.
I will say this though, I've seen a lot of people talking about the Fox News host guy.
He just picked Robert F. Kennedy to be his Department of Health and Human Services.
He is stacking his it's people. It's not necessarily, he's not doing it based on qualifications
at all.
He's doing it based on. Go ahead.
I was going to say he's doing it solely based on people who are loyal to him and his racist ass causes.
Mm-hmm.
And his
That's
corrupt
exactly what he's
ass
doing.
causes. People that
And
he knows will end up dismantling. Like, so he's making a whole new branch of government, not branch of government. He's making a whole new like administrative branch for Elon Musk, and then the rest of the people that he's putting into place, he knows that they're gonna fuck shit up.
wait,
That's the
that's a job
only
that
reason
didn't
he's
exist before?
no. That job
Oh
did not
wow.
exist.
Oh
That
wow.
job did not exist, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna put Elon Musk there. Bitch, fuck you.
I saw
It, and to all the bitches who have been Googling what's a tariff, how can I take my vote back? Wada 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 woo woo woo. You bitches are dumb.
dumb as a box of fucking rocks.
What do you think he was gonna do?
I love hearing about, and when I say I love, I mean I love irony. I fucking love it. Because why am I hearing about people talking about they excited to get rid of Obamacare because Obamacare is shit, but they're on the Affordable Care Act, and
Oh my
niggas are
god,
like
that
they're the
killed me.
same
That
thing,
killed
you
me.
ditzy bitches.
That literally killed me. I said, y'all know that the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare are the same thing, right?
They
Like,
don't
if you take away,
they don't know a damn thing. Like being in my program has really, because most medical one of my professors told me most medical stuff you can't, like pamphlets or whatever, you have to write it at a fifth grade, like no higher than a fifth grade reading level. Because a lot of people, and this isn't even me shaming people on like you don't have education type shit, like a lot of people just do not know things. And like I think we heavily underestimated the amount of people that don't know things, and the amount of people that for one don't care to know shit, understandably so. Sometimes but there are just people that don't know it. All they know is they know what Donald Trump was, a white man, Kamala Harris was a black Indian woman, and they said, oh, I'm gonna choose the white man, but they didn't know a damn thing on what that white man was running on. And now it's gonna bite them in the ass. It's gonna bite all of us in the fucking ass. And I'm just like, y'all, it really pisses me off. And it upsets me. It upsets me to my fucking core. And it's just the way that, and by the way, I also blame Joe Biden for this shit, because he fucking knew that nobody wanted to vote for him. I knew nobody wanted to vote for him before he even ran. I was telling my mama, nobody is going to vote for that man. And he essentially set Kamala Harris up for failure. He really did. A lot of people say it's a perfect example of the glass cliff theory. If I'm understanding that correctly, that is when shit is going left, like bad, and you put a woman in power knowing that she's not going to change it, but when it falls on her shoulders, and it's her, and everyone's gonna be like, it's your fault, shit fucked up. Because some people are always like, it's Kamala Harris's fault. And I'm like, she ran a great campaign. Granted, she says shit I don't agree with. I don't fucking like, one of the things I don't agree with her opinions on Palestine. She does a lot of shit I don't agree with. But I agree with her more than I agree with Trump.
So I found a few things that he's announced already, which it's been a week. So State Secretary is Mark Rubio. Head of the CIA director, is John Ratcliffe.
Any relation to Daniel Radcliffe?
I don't think so.
It was a joke.
And then the guy from Fox is the defense secretary. The defense secretary. And I've seen a bunch of clips about him come out where he's like, women shouldn't be in the army, or like,
I saw that.
I was like, you're joking. Like, what are we doing?
I ain't mad at it. Shit, everybody's like, they gonna draft everybody. They ain't drafted me now. He said women can't serve. He go write it into law, and they go draft you motherfuckers, and I'm gonna be here chilling,
Bitch,
big chilling. I do feel bad for women that want to serve though. That's terrible.
I'll be chilling with you because guess what? I'm not going to fight nobody for it. Bitch, you must
be. I'm gonna
sit in my house.
Fucking kneecaps.
Girl, they can come and collect me and put me in jail, man. Dude.
Oh no!
I dare you all.
Not jail time.
One,
you'll do more jail time than Donald Trump.
One, if you put me in jail, guess what? I ain't got to fight no war, and I get free food. And two, if you try to take me out, if you try to take me out to the fucking battlefields, I'm gonna go down fighting. And if you get me there, bitch, I'm fighting for the other side. I'm a turncoat so quick.
Your ass gonna get shot. You gonna be running to that thing. Go shoot your ass.
I'm a turncoat so quick.
Ooh.
Bitch, I'm not gonna run to the other side and be like, I'm gonna fight for y'all, I'm gonna fight for y'all. No, bitch, I'm just gonna shoot everybody else in the goddamn. I'm gonna shoot everyone else in the goddamn.
Government,
post.
don't listen to this. Don't listen to this, government.
Government, listen to it.
Don't listen to this.
Listen
it's
to
a
it.
hee-haw funny. We're making funnies.
Girl, you try to keep me out of jail. I don't give a fuck this, man.
No, we're screwed.
The world is going to hell. America's
in a
handbasket. And I just want to get out.
I really do.
And I just want to. Is that Bella? Do you want to leave with me? Bella's here, the mascot. Say hi, Bella. Meow. See, she says,
Jesus Christ. This is just embarrassing.
Bella, what are your thoughts on the election? Yeah,
Bella, say goodnight. Bella's a fucking Trump supporter. Say goodnight, Bella.
Don't you ever put that on my cat. Well, that's
it's been real, y'all. It's been real this week.
It's been real. Thanks for joining us for another one. Hopefully, this one sounds okay.
Let me know if you like Insatiable. Let me know if you hate it. Keep it to your fucking self. But let me know if you like Insatiable.
By the way,
let me know, guys.
I put a poll at the end of every single episode, and if you get to the end of every single episode, you'll know that there's a poll there. But yeah, just let us know if you like Insatiable, because that will be the question for the week. And I hope you guys have a good week. That will be the end of the episode. See you guys later. Bye.